No, you know, never say die of the NHS. It's way too important. It's the most popular institution in this country, bar none, including the monarchy. And you know, we've got to go out and fight for it. And we really, this book has been written partly because we absolutely wanted to set the record straight about who betrayed the NHS, and because it's already going so badly wrong. History is being rewritten by the people who betrayed it. I've seen it from, you know, my own background, the medical establishment. I'm sure the Lib Dems will start backpedaling soon. So it was to set the record straight, but it was also to say it's really important that we don't give up on the NHS here, and to tell people what we can do. And so the last chapter in the book, written by Ray and myself, is a lot of detail about what you can do. And the most important message to go out is, you know, we've opened Pandora's box here in a sense, so all the terrible things have flown out about who behaved so badly, but at the bottom of Pandora's box traditionally is hope, and I think that we should have hope that we can go out and fight this. And the most important thing, and I would say this, wouldn't I, is don't try it, don't even think about trying to do anything on your own, because it's impossible and it's depressing. Join a campaign of some sort. You know, we have Keep Our NHS Public, got a very good branch in Camden. Very active. 38 Degrees also run branches. The NHS Support Federation have a lot of information. So get together with other people. You'll meet wonderful people when you campaign. You know, it's really fun. That's where you meet the good guys, because the bad guys are all in the book.
We've got the boring old folks in the book.
You meet nice people. You do fun things. You know, you can go and stand outside GP practices that are owned by United Health and surprise the public about it.
Jackie, I mean, one of the things is, I think people have said, oh, not another re-disorganisation if another party comes in, but I think there are two bits of the bill that can be removed without reorganisation, which will take most of its toxicity away. And do you want to sort of spell that out a bit? Is that all right? I mean,
well, my understanding, and David knows much more about this
yes,
than I do, but and he can perhaps talk about David Owen's very short bill, which we want Labour to adopt. Yeah, the other thing is we've really got to hold all these wretched politicians to account over this, and we've got to make Labour think. We've got to make them all think this is going to be a big issue at the next election, which I think it will be as the news starts to come in about what a mess they've made. There is, of course, a new political party, the National Health Action Party, which is going to be fielding candidates around the country, and that is just a party. It's not single issue, but its main thing is restore the NHS, so those 3 points that I talked about earlier. You know, we quite easily reverse things without another huge, expensive re-disorganisation by making the NHS a preferred provider. And that's a really important position, that the NHS would naturally do the work unless it can't. I'm not such an ideologue that I'd say never use the private sector. If the NHS can't do it, bring the private sector in and let's organise to see if we can get the NHS to do it. So that's what can be done, and that message has to go out to the private sector to scare them off. You know, to say to the Virgins and the Sercos and these huge, they're not even transnational anymore. They are supranational, these guys. Democracy is for sale, unfortunately. There's another place to go to. They are buying democracy, and we have to say to them, you are out at the next time round. You know, people are even talking about renationalisation, no compensation. You guys are out, and we will not have any more contracts, and put them off coming in the first place. So that's the message we've got to get out. I'm sure David will have something else to say about that.
And what about restoring the duty of the Secretary of